Are you ready to make it rain? Learn from the best in the biz on how to take your business to the next level. You're now entering the growth zone on the Guts and Glory Show with your host, Louise Scott.
I am going to run through a lot here. So if you let me just kind of put this, we're recording it. And Ariana, if you can make sure you take really good notes on this. I want to start with talking about the legal quality piece, because this is a I would say a very common belief when people grow their business is that they can't maintain legal quality. Like, that's a really common belief. And it makes sense, because if you start your firm as the primary lawyer, you're going to care more about it than anybody else. And so there's generally a belief that as you bring lawyers on, there's a diminishing quality that occurs down the line. And so there's a four-pronged approach to ensuring that legal quality is maintained. So I'm gonna touch on that, and then I'm gonna talk to you about the types of training that we do and how we deliver it. So the four-prong approach is the customer service bedside manner. That has to be top-notch. And by the way, each one of these has a corresponding training that you should do. But customer service bedside manner, the legal process itself, understanding the legal process. Like yesterday, Seth and I were talking about a new lawyer. Have we taught him how to get mediations on the calendar? Like, how does the legal process work? The delivery of the product, how we actually deliver the product. Part of delivery of the product is the communications we have with the client. And it's not just the way we conclude. The delivery of the product is every step of the way. It's the discovery process, it's motion writing, it's going to court, it's our presentation, etc. And then the fourth prong is the customer journey, which is the intentionality behind what we actually do. And so as you grow, you want to make sure you hire and train people to have great customer service bedside manner, to understand the process that you want, to deliver the product the way you want, and then to be intentional about the touches that you have, right? So that's how you maintain legal quality. Now, the question is, what do you have to train on in order for that to happen? And it's essentially 6 things. And this is specific to attorney training, but really it's staff training, but definitely attorney training. The first one is there should be customer service training. That's how you answer the phone. That's how you write emails. That's how you communicate with an upset client. I don't handle fires in the firm. Our managing attorneys don't handle fires. Very, very rarely do they. The lawyer is trained on how to handle their fire, because if they don't learn how to handle it, then what happens is that there's a continuous escalation. And then you can't do your work because you're constantly working with their work. And so customer service, and that leads to better client retention. The second type of training is what I call efficiency development. Being more efficient with your time, that leads to profitability. The third type of training is case management. Case management that leads to consistency. Like, we want all of our lawyers to deliver a certain type of quality to the client, and we want it to be consistent. Like, this is what you should do. We had one of our attorneys who trained on the process of a new client. Like, they come in, they go to the chiropractor, then they get an MRI, then they do this, That's case management. Number 4 is case maximization, which is top line revenue related, which is how do you actually bill the most, in our case, generate the most per client. Now, this seems, if a client heard this, they may be a little weirded out by this. Like, what do you mean? You're going to try to charge me the most? No, I'm going to try to maximize the case value by doing the most value. I'm providing the most value. And so I'm not going to cut corners on things because I'm lazy. I'm going to maximize top line revenue, both for the firm and value for the client. And so we want to teach on how to do that. Number 5 is legal skills training. And then number 6 is expectations. So if you go through all 6 of them, they hit a different part of the business that's super important. Customer service hits retention. Efficiency hits profit. Case management is consistency. Case maximization is top line revenue. Legal skills training is reputation. And expectations is to the standards that you have for the business. And so if I'm setting up a training, I want to train on how to retain clients, how to be profitable, how to be consistent, how to generate revenue, how to have a good reputation, and how to uphold the standards that we have for the business. That's the training program. Now, how you deliver that training program, there's 5 ways to do that. Audio, video through Trainial, group training, in-person training, one-to-one. And audio and video are probably going to be the most common. You want to record everything that you're training on. So when you have this issue, you go on a Loom and you go, hey, we just had an issue where this happened, and this is what you need to know. Then you title it correctly, and then you put that on a training. You send that out and you let them watch the recording. Group training only has to happen once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month at the most. That's the only time you need to do group training. One-to-one, maybe once a month. And then the group training can be in person or in Zoom. And so the 6 points of what you have to train on have to be divided into the 5 types of training: audio, video, group, in person, one-to-one. And you'll record a lot of this. So like the audio video is recorded, that's a bank. The group training happens once or twice a month. It can be in person or it can be by Zoom, in person at least once a month. And then one-to-one training, that'll happen, as you meet with your lawyers.
You've been listening to the Guts and Glory Show. For more and to learn more about Luis, hit the website at luisscottjr.com. For consulting opportunities, hit 8figurefirm.com. That's the number 8figurefirm.com. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review, and we'll see you next time on the Guts and Glory Show.